Today we ask the important question. How much dick could a convict dick if a convict could dick? Hello again, Chimi listeners. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Chimichanga Superstar Podcast. With me today are two guests. We have the lovely Pinguino, CEO, I'm guessing, of Cuddli, as well as probably a million other things that she dabbles in.
Right.
And then we have the brain, the mind behind all things Pod X, Nathan Gonzalez is back with us.
Hello.
It's been a while since you've been around these parts.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, I normally would go ahead and start talking about things, but we were kind of time pressed on getting something started because it had to be warm or this is going to be horrendous.
And then that's it.
And that's it.
The podcast.
That's the podcast.
We're not going to explain it.
We might just be dead.
Well, actually, we might.
Yeah.
We might die from this.
We might die from this anyway.
So,
yeah.
Boyga King decided to try and I think actually Burger King lost a bet with Taco Bell. And as you can hear me rustling around, I thought it'd be good to get it out, but I got...
No more sponsorship from Taco Bell, that's for sure.
Not endorsed in any way, by the way.
Yeah.
The dangerously cheesy, as they put it, mac and Cheetos. It's
What about it is dangerous? Like on a health level?
Yes.
Or...
This is something that was probably turned down by the LA County Fair.
Yeah.
And just because there's the off chance that we like it, and also because the manager who found out this was going to be on the radio decided, oh yeah, tell us you got it. gave me one for it.
The local Burger King manager.
Yeah.
So, I mean, no offense, there's nothing wrong with that or anything. I'm not making fun of the guy, but it's just funny how it's just...
So Burger King corporate, since you're obviously going to listen to this, find whoever that guy is in the good old Rancho, California, and give them a raise.
For wanting to hear a raise.
We're going to rush our way through this because we don't want these to coagulate on us. So I'm going to pass this around. Everyone grab a death stick.
I'm reaching inside. Oh,
they
God.
They look like mozzarella sticks, but with the...
God, they're so thick.
Yeah, they're crispy, really crispy looking on the outside.
Are they...
And very orange, like dark orange.
This looks like something that would... It doesn't even look like a Cheeto. It looks like something that was rolled in dead Cheetos.
Yeah, I was going to say like maybe a mozzarella stick that just like the bottom of the bag of Cheeto dust. They just stuck them in there and just shook it around.
It doesn't even smell like Cheetos. It's not soft like a Cheeto.
It smells like my dog's puke, and I'm not kidding when I say this. I actually had to clean that up 2 weeks ago. It smells exactly like that.
Well, as if I needed any more reason to bite into this.
All right. Moment of silence for this horrible, horrible moment. Yeah.
I kind of like them.
It's very chewy.
It tastes like Kraft mac and cheese. It does. There's no real Cheeto thing, Cheeto-ness to this at all.
I don't taste the Cheeto.
It tastes like someone actually shoved a bunch of Kraft mac into a mozzarella stick and then rolled it in like Cheeto powder.
Yeah.
I don't even taste the Cheeto powder.
But you can't taste the Cheeto powder. No, not really.
No. Honestly, it tastes like I'm going to have diarrhea tomorrow.
Yeah, this will probably wreck my asshole.
Yet I'll probably still be blocked up all the way up to it. It'd be that moment of I can't poop, and the moment I give in and realize I'll never shit again, all over the walls.
It's the episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets extra fat and gets caught in the nuclear waste vat, and it's just about to burst, and except he saves everybody because he's so fat.
What's weird is just how casually while you were talking, I can easily take a bite of this.
Yeah, we're having a nice conversation over these Cheetos mac and cheese bites.
I can guarantee you I'll never buy these again myself.
Oh, no.
I don't want another one.
All yours.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, I would hate to eat them microwaved, so...
Oh, God, that'd be horrendous.
Yeah.
No, there you go, sir.
There are some foods that you just got to get it over with and eat it while it's hot.
So it looks like it comes in packs of 5. So,
That's it?
Yeah.
And let me guess, each one is like 500 calories.
Oh, you know what? We should
I'm not talking about the box, I'm talking like each Cheeto puff.
Oh, actually, I think...
Each puff is like a bowl of mac and cheese.
I would figure. They don't even put it on the box. They're not responsible like that.
We do not claim responsibility for the dumb shit you just decided to put
Yeah,
inside
I feel like we
yourself.
should have signed a waiver before we ate these, man.
Right? Let's see here. What's this called? Mac and Cheeto. Mac and Cheeto. It's the first thing that comes up when you Google it. I'm at Cheat, and it already says calories.
Really?
Let's see here.
Yeah, they're mainly mac and cheese taste. There's nothing Cheeto about them.
An order... Oh, that's actually surprising. An entire order of mac and Cheetos, 5 pieces, is 310 calories.
That's it?
Yeah, the entire thing.
Wow.
That's according to Michael Dudash, the nutritionist that Forbes consulted.
Okay. Well,
so apparently Michael, what was that? Michael Dudash apparently got a very decent check from Burger King to say that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's only 310 calories or whatever it was, but it's probably got no nutritional value to it whatsoever. There's probably negative calcium in this.
You probably actually got weaker bones by eating.
Yeah.
My teeth kind of feel a little rotten.
Yeah.
So that being said, anyone want to go for seconds?
No.
Since we got the free extra box?
It's like eating, like as far as like the macaroni goes, it's cooked well enough, but it's also like you're eating really warm macaroni salad that just doesn't taste like macaroni salad. Yeah.
Like they tried to put some dill and some paprika in there, but instead they put like old dill and Tabasco sauce.
No, not even Tabasco, because there's no kick to it. There's no flavor.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's just a bland dairy taste. There's no spice in it at all.
Dehydrated milk?
Yeah, that's the taste. That is the palate. It's like if you have like a whole, like if it's on like a cooking competition and they have to base like one dish out of one ingredient, powdered milk is probably that ingredient.
I'm willing to bet, because I made the Taco Bell comment earlier, I'm willing to bet that Cheeto has been knocking on doors of places, being, please, you make Dorito taco shells. Someone just love us. Put us on your menu.
Owned by the same company as Doritos?
I'm not smart enough to know these things.
They come in the same snack variety pack, though.
I think Frito-Lay, yeah. I think they do own them. Doritos.
I wonder if they have any like label on the box here.
These are the people responsible.
Mac and Cheetos, trademark owned by Frito-Lay, North America. Wow. There we go. Right there on the very greasy bottom, it's soaking right through there.
So we got to expect like Carl's Jr. to come out with like a Frito pie burger?
No, we don't need to worry about that. They tried that last year when they did that quote unquote all American burger.
Oh yeah.
It had hot dogs on it. It had potato chips on it.
Okay, I remember that.
And a guy I worked with at my old job, he actually ordered that on his lunch break, and he was like, "There's no crunch. It's just sog."
Oh.
He didn't say it was soggy. He didn't describe it as soggy. But he stopped at sog.
Yeah, it's a singular form of sog almost.
Right.
Well, when people ask, like, who asked for this, or if we look back, like, 300 years from the... Like, if we're in the future 300 years from now, we look back at civilization now, who do we blame for the mac and Cheetos?
I blame the internet entirely.
Dorito tacos.
You know what? No, I blame the guy who did Piano Cat.
Yeah.
The moment that he made that goddamn cat play the piano, everyone thought, let's get something fun and quickly entertaining.
You know they had to, like, focus test this.
Oh, yeah.
And it got a sounding review. It had to have. That or they're testing it out on us, and, like, we're eating people.
Okay, well...
This is our soiling.
When was the last time you went to Burger King, though? I mean, this got you to go to Burger King.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I've been...
No, that's a good point, though. I actually haven't been to Burger King since before I lived in this town.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't been to Burger King in a while because all the ones around me have been mysteriously shut down. Like, all the ones within maybe a 10 or 15 mile radius.
Well, you know when a wave comes into the beach, they actually have to soak some of the water out so it can bring the tidal wave in. That's what that was. They closed down some because they knew they'd be making this big sacrifice.
When I was a much heavier boy, I used to really enjoy the original chicken sandwiches.
Original chicken sandwiches.
That will always hold a soft spot because they're all long and stuff, so it's like really big. And
I remember that.
They sold them for like $2 for $4, so I
remember when they had like the flavors of the world. You had like the chicken parmesan one. Yeah, I remember that
the teriyaki one. Yeah,
I don't remember the teriyaki one.
There was a teriyaki one, and I think there was a spicy one.
Huh.
Yeah.
The other one that was my big one, back when I was huge, it was all Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, and Panda Express.
Oh.
Carl's Jr., it was always about getting the Western, the double Western.
The double Western with the
onion rings. And at Jack in the Box, it was always about the egg rolls. I had to get my combo and like one or three egg rolls on the side. It was horrendous.
See, that's
why... That's a weird thing to eat with a burger.
But it was fantastic, though. I don't know what it was.
Everything about it. What's funny is that you go to is it Applebee's? Yeah, I think it's Applebee's. You go to Applebee's right now and they have cheeseburger egg rolls.
No way.
Aren't half bad, but they're really expensive. They're like $10 for like a side of like 3 of them.
Are they better than the Cheeto?
Yes, absolutely. There's much more taste in those. In an Applebee's appetizer, I hate to say, yes. There's more flavor.
Well, then how about this one? What is an actual food that has less flavor than that?
I want to say a piece of silly putty that's been left in a...
Actual food, though.
Okay. You don't eat silly putty?
Not anymore. I graduated high school, damn it.
Yeah, see, it's on my diploma's on the back of this piece of silly putty.
It's the only way they allow me to keep it.
I don't know. I don't think there is a more flavorless piece of food on this planet.
I'll be honest. I think that was great marketing. It did get us to not only eat it, but to talk about it on air.
Oh yeah.
But
it's not the only crusty, flavorless orange thing on the news that is being talked about because of the news.
Yeah, I think that was the original inspiration, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
But those are several moments of my life I'll never get back, and I will never forgive Burger King for that.
I'm still cleaning it out of my teeth. It's disgusting.
I never need to order this again.
Yeah.
No.
I do think I should try to recreate this in a more proper way with some actual flavor, perhaps.
I was going to say, I want to say within the next 6 months, because there's no way this is going to die. Like, it's going to stick around. People are going to like this for some reason.
Because America.
I guarantee you within the next 6 months we will see spicy, or flaming hot.
Yes, that's what I was thinking myself.
Mac and Cheetos, yeah. Or maybe white cheddar mac and Cheetos. Or they're going to try and diversify the portfolio of the mac and Cheetos here. I foresee it. It's July. No, it's not even July yet. It's June 28th, 2016. Nathan said it first.
Which means now I actually have to edit and put this episode out on time.
Yeah.
Because now they'll know.
Oh, sorry. Bleep out the date. Just bleep it out. But yeah, I guarantee you they're going to try and not rework it, but just go all out with it.
Well, I think it could be good
if they haven't already.
If you made some mac and cheese, like homemade mac and cheese, and then used Cheeto dust and made breadcrumbs out of it, I think you could make this good.
I would rather just make mozzarella sticks then. It's the same thing. It's just it's a fried piece of bread with cheese inside of it.
Yeah, that's true.
What about making a mozzarella stick and just shoving macaroni in there?
That would be great.
Yeah.
And just like rolling it in the mac and cheese powder.
The inside was great. It was just the outside just tastes like oil.
No, I bet if you actually did make this at home and you used actual Cheeto dust, it would probably taste better.
Yeah.
There's no way that was real Cheeto dust. You cannot taste a single speck of Cheeto dust on there.
Yeah.
And I don't eat Cheetos that much, so I
Cheetos.
know when I really?
I know my Cheetos.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is everyone loves those Flaming Hots, but the one for me is actually the one that gets overlooked is the jalapeno Cheeto, the crunchy one. It has a better flavor to me overall.
Oh, okay.
But no one agrees with me, so I want to punch them in their stupid heads.
I don't like jalapenos.
What a jalapeno hipster.
I love jalapenos. Damn right.
Yeah.
That's my next podcast, jalapeno hipster.
What's your stripper name?
No, actually, my stripper name is Rusty Pickle.
Oh, okay.
There's the way that you decide your stripper name is, what was it? Pick the first name of the name of the first pet you had, and the first street. Your last name is the first street you remember growing up on.
Okay, yeah.
So what do you guys got?
Mine would be Moxie Park.
Moxie Park. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a secret agent or something.
Yeah.
Moxie Park.
All right, what do you got?
Mine would be Kitty Kitty Cowba.
Kitty Kitty Cowba?
Yeah.
Kitty Kitty
Wow.
Cowba.
I think she'd make the most money out of all of us.
Yeah, I picture like this like bustling Old West style saloon. It's like a cat house, and it's just Kitty Kitty. What was it?
Cowba?
Kitty Kitty Cowbas, like, and just all these ladies just hanging outside the window looking at guys like, hey.
Meanwhile, mine is the one that's like, oh fuck, we lowered ourselves. We hired him. No, we can't put him on the cover. You don't understand. We can't put Rusty Pickle on the cover.
And Moxie Parks is like an underground like BDSM like classy lounge. It's really classy. It's for high end.
Yet on the cover of everything you're on, it's just kind of you, just kind of smiling innocently.
Yeah.
I think you'd be a suicide girl.
Oh, there we go.
That does sound like a suicide girl.
Yeah.
It does.
Moxie Park.
All right, so it's keeping into the trend of the weird. We have Duchesse de Bourgogne, Bologna, something like that.
And you just lost all of your Italian listenership.
Exactly, all two of them. This was actually submitted by Matt Allen way back when, and
what a good comic book name,
right?
Such a like classic, just American hero name.
Allen. Matt, you need to hit us up and tell us what your superpower is.
Yeah,
and I hope it's not picking out shitty beers.
This isn't a beer though. It's like a wine.
It's like a barley wine. Oh, by the way, I'm popping a cork.
That's the cork. Yeah. Okay, a barley wine.
Yeah.
So it's a beer wine.
Yeah, it's like a beer wine. It's
God,
like monk style
science,
shit.
Stop.
Science, it's doing the thing.
Did this guy recommend it because he liked it or because he wanted to hurt you?
Or did he say it goes well with Cheetos?
One of my listeners, so I'm willing to bet that, yes, that's exactly it, mac and Cheetos.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get that into your brewski bottle there. Now, Pinguino, you do not drink the brewskis of skis, do you?
That was
But
average.
I brought a mystery flask.
Yes, you brought a mystery flask, which after we attempt to figure this one out. Actually, you know what? Let's keep these. Let's let this breathe since it is a barley wine. And
That's
my
what
God.
you do.
It smells like
Does it smell like monks?
No, it smells like buffalo sauce mixed with fungus.
Oh my god, yeah, it does.
I can smell the fungus. Okay, now let me smell straight from the bottle. Maybe it's the bottle.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, holy hell.
I'm going to sniff your mystery flask first.
Okay.
I get nothing. I have no scent from that. So, Pinguino, I'm going to let you pour your mystery flask while we attempt to enjoy the flavor of this bologna wine.
Yeah, I can't smell it either.
Oh, I'm not a fan.
I've yet to drink it, so...
I'm going to make eye contact with you right now, then.
God damn it, I gotta drink it.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe that.
I don't know how to describe it either. It's not bad. There's no pungent, like... Okay, yeah, there's an aftertaste. Oh,
yeah.
Fuck, there's an aftertaste.
It
doesn't hit you hard like a wine.
No,
like,
there's no punch to it. It's like it's like it burns in your mouth just to turn into something rancid. The initial taste doesn't suck.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's what is that? Tart? Is it tart?
I want to say it's tart. I want to say it tastes like the old country.
Yeah, the old country that fermented and died and then re-fermented.
Do you need a Cheeto taster?
No, thank you. No.
Let's just soak a couple Cheetos in here.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
no.
All right, Pinguino, let's test your mystery flask. Let's see what's going on up in this thing. This episode brought to you by Mystery Flask.
Oh, right. Yeah.
In there? Okay.
Huh. He's mixing it up.
Yeah, what else would I put in this? Water? Oh.
Alright. So, it's kind of reddish.
It's reddish.
Like
Light brown? It's kind of dark in here.
It's got like a whiskey burn, yeah. Yeah, I keep it dark in here so no one knows what I'm doing with my microphones on.
Okay, so it's not vodka.
Woo! That stings. That is pungent.
That's a whiskey.
Yeah.
Or bourbon.
Yeah, it's bourbon. Yeah.
All right. Well, no complaints here.
Yeah.
That's way better than the beer, and it's way better than the cheese and mac.
That's for damn
Yay,
sure.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was sitting in my car for, who knows how long.
Oh, glorious.
Probably
cool.
since the last time I tried to be on a podcast.
Oh.
You should have saved it, because if you ever ran out of gas, you probably could have poured this in there. And
Yeah, that's actually probably what that might have been what this was.
Yeah.
A little
Emergency gas.
Yeah. No, you weren't supposed to drink that. I know we unfortunately put it in the wrong device for you to carry, but that small flask couldn't got you 60 miles easy. It's super fuel.
It gets you the rest of the way to Vegas.
Right?
You know the gasoline that the Mad Max people fought over? This is it, man.
This is it. This is why they're all dying.
This is guzzling.
Guzzling. All right, so which one is going to start spraying the chrome in our teeth now?
Oh, yeah, I left my chrome at home.
Chrome at home. All right, so we got a bunch of weird shit that went down this week. One thing that's kind of funny is everyone's talking about Brexit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite meal of the day.
Right? I actually have absolutely zero clues or care what's going on with that.
Really?
Yeah, I was really distracted because I've had a lot of personal stuff that's been like keeping me anchored down.
From caring about England, yeah.
Yeah, caring about this Brits and all their cheese and macs and stuff.
Yeah, man.
So, does anyone actually have any input to give towards like what the fuck they're doing over there?
It's bad fucking news, dude. Bad news bears. What about, do you know a lot about it?
I just read a bunch of stuff when it happened.
I know
think
enough to get
the night
by,
before, a friend of mine asked on Twitter, like, so everyone following me knows what Brexit is, and I'm like, I don't. So then I just like Googled it really quick, just so that.
See, I was getting a lot of headlines, and I never trust anything I get based on headlines.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much I'm under the assumption I have no clue.
I watched the John Oliver report that he did on it. That was his Last Week Tonight show, which is really great. He does really great pieces on a lot of great things. But yeah, he did like a whole 20-minute segment on it, and he's British, so he like had a lot to say about it. And basically, a lot what I know is from that and from whatever on the internet. The general consensus is basically the general feeling of it, and I could be wrong. I could be like misconstruing things, but it seems to be the biggest factor at play here was racism, nationalism, and
So it's more to do with immigration.
Immigration. There's a lot of. It seemed like there was a lot of factors. Most of them lies. Like there, basically, it stems from this party called UKIP, which is a political party in the. I want to say German because they're fucking racist, but in the English parliamentary power, And I mean, I don't think they have power, but they're like a political party. They're like, I guess, our Tea Party would be. And
oh crap, they got one of those too.
Yeah. They're bad news.
What's theirs called? The Coffee Party.
Everyone's kind of comparing what happened there to what could happen to us in
that's very
November.
Trump-like,
because it was a bunch of people that were very poorly informed making a vote.
Yes,
and some of the people that were voting Remain or Leave didn't realize they
didn't even know what they were voting for. Really,
they were like I think 24% of the people that are
It was some big number, but you're talking about how they like had to Google what it was after they voted for it.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
well, they had to Google like what happens if the UK leaves the EU.
Yeah.
Some people didn't really understand what the EU was.
Some
people thought
they basically stand for racism. Like they are very vocally racist, and they're all about getting immigrants out of the country and keeping the borders closed. And so I guess they talk their way into major like political players, including the mayor of London, who John Oliver likes to call the like equivalent of Bam Bam because he has just messy white hair.
I've seen him, and that's a fantastic.
He's British.
That's
Trump,
a fantastic description.
He's British Trump, and so he was on board, and so they started spreading a bunch of like misinformation, saying stuff like England gives $3,500 million to the EU.
bus thing.
Yeah, that was a lie. Or I guess it's something. It's pretty misconstrued that the number is a lot smaller than it actually is, and so that was misinformation. And then like after the vote came out, they interviewed the leader of UKIP, the guy who's been like so for it, and they were like, "So are we now going to get that $350 million back or pounds back?" And he's like, "Well, I never would have made that claim. It's not entirely accurate." You know, he backpedaled a huge amount. They even lost their prime minister. Their prime minister dropped out.
Yeah,
oh,
they
really?
got announced and he rage quit 2 hours later.
Yeah.
I would too.
It was crazy.
Kudos on him.
He backed out. So yeah, essentially the idea was to stay out of the EU because the EU has a lot of tax things and a lot of it's money, and it's also
the refugees.
They don't want the EU basically looking over their shoulder as Britain's turning away more refugees.
So what did the Queen do during all this? Have another puppy?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe.
Or have another baby. I don't know.
Tea party. That's what they do, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, she probably has little tea parties with her little dogs.
Yeah, probably.
She's got a flock of
some
corgis.
nice hats.
Bumping my own shit.
So yeah, it's bad news. It was a pretty close vote. It was like 52-48 or something like that.
Yeah.
But
a third of the country didn't bother voting.
Yeah, a third of the country didn't vote.
Parallel to the US.
Go figure.
Didn't vote, and
right?
then you go on Google at like the day after, and like the highest rated search is in Britain alone. What is the EU?
Right.
What's actually really funny is 12% of my demographic is in London. I found out. I have a whole bunch of people all over the world, which surprises me because I'm hard to understand in English as it is.
Yeah.
But and so when I discovered that and I was seeing all these headlines, I actually tweeted about like, hey, what's going on here? And most of my fans actually said that they voted as a joke.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, actually, that there's so many news headlines right now of people are just saying like, "Hey, can we get a do-over?" Because they didn't think their vote actually counted.
Yeah.
One time it does.
What do you mean? You don't get to do a fucking do-over on an election.
Well,
there's a petition running around now, actually. That has
I bet there's a bunch of fucking petitions.
What happened was the big confusion or the big crux of it all was that the campaign was almost kind of presented as a joke. And there was so much information that was being withheld, and kind of like I think they presented the poll as more of an opinion poll than an actual voting action.
That doesn't surprise me. That's actually quite brilliant if you want to push your agenda through.
Yeah, she says that essentially they would have to go to a polling place.
I mean, like, how would you would have to leave your house and go do something. It's different than clicking some Facebook
online
thing on the internet.
Well, do we actually know what the difference between American polling and the?
I'm not exactly familiar. I know there's different styles and there's different. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly familiar with it either.
British do everything weird, anyways.
I mean, if people thought it was a joke, like, I think the majority of people who did vote were elderly people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
The big consensus was, like, the younger generation of Britain was very angry because, like, they had their country, they had their lives.
Yeah.
And you kind of just screwed over the following generations.
Yeah.
Well, so, like, the thing is, the people that wanted to leave the EU were mostly older people. The people that wanted to stay all lived in the bigger cities and were under 50 or under 70. And so a lot of people started talking about, like, hey, do we make a cutoff on, like, should you vote anymore if you're over 75?
Yeah.
Because you're not contributing anymore.
That is a decent point to a certain extent.
It kind of is,
if you're banking on Social Security or whatever they have in their equivalent over there.
Yeah.
Do you really think that you should be voting?
It's going to be tricky because that kind of thing would never, especially in today's like political climate, like telling some group of people that they no longer have the right to vote is not going to go over well at all.
Won't.
No, so I don't think that'll ever happen. Like there's no, even if they're like 75-year-old rich white people who don't have any problems, who could care less about the establishment of this country, they would still be upset because somebody somewhere is going to remind them that that's your right, and you could sue the government, or you could make a big splash about having your vote taken away.
This is going to set a really weird precedence for places like Texas that have been trying to secede from the U.S.
Scotland
forever.
is gearing up to leave Britain so that they can join the EU by themselves.
Kudos on them, and I'm sure they got plenty of support doing so.
Because the British pound took a fucking pounding.
Of course it did.
Yeah. Well, so did a lot of economies. Did. Like, I think the only thing that did okay was the yen, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. But even America was affected. The Wall Street market was... It took some kind of hit.
I did see a headline on that one, but I didn't.
I don't know if it was exaggeration or not, but they were saying like it's the worst economic crash in
every crash is the worst economic crash.
Yeah, this is legit, like super bad. If you look at the charts, it's just like, oh, the world is ending. Great.
Big ripple effect. Yeah. Although they're saying like there's a lot of action that they could take to overturn it, to overrule it. It seems like the timetable is like it takes 2 years to leave the EU, something like that. But the fact that like the pound is where it is and stuff, like the effects are done. Yeah. Like, the Pandora's box is opened.
Sweet.
People are getting beat up on the streets in the UK.
It's the end times, man. It's the fucking end times.
Anyone that looks ethnic at all, like even if they were born there, they're all getting like harassed and beat up and stuff because of all this, and it's really, really awful.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So that's what you missed.
Cool.
Will America learn its lesson and not follow that? No.
Stay tuned for next week's episode. Yeah. No. Because obviously we're going to be the focal point of where to learn all that.
Yeah. Because we know so much.
It's actually funny. I posted an article on Facebook that I eventually got pulled because the original source pulled their story and they didn't want a dead link on my page. But there was a lady from Canada and another lady from Canada as well, both Muslim. Both Canadians, one Muslim, one Christian.
Okay.
And they both got in a fight because the Muslim lady thought that the Canadian Christian lady smelled funny, like very bad BO.
Hey, you smell, eh?
And made a comment on that. And then the other one pushed the other one. And
that is such a Muslim Canadian fight. That is how fights start in Canada. It's just, hey, buddy, you smell bad.
And then they did. They eventually started getting a really bad fight. And then the Christian lady pulls off her head wrap.
Oh, no.
And then it turns into a big racial thing.
Yeah.
And so the original headline states... horrible American woman pulls head wrap off Canadian Muslim. And I read the article, and I have to respond like, person writes article about Canadians fights that doesn't read his own article.
Yeah.
And then furthermore, I wrote details on how it's ironic that the Canadian woman didn't just stop to look down at her shirt that was bright red and said Canada with a white maple leaf because she was acting like an American.
Yeah.
She was just being vulgar and spitting. And it wasn't until the fight was broken up that she started calling out racial slurs and the other one started calling her a dumb typical white person.
Yeah, that ain't the Canadian way. That was definitely an undercover American, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a tourist. I think it was a plant. A plant
or...
Probably potential President Cheeto was running for.
Yeah, possibly. Definitely a Cheeto voter. Yeah. We call them Cheeto voters around here.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Yeah, no, that sucks. But that doesn't sound very Canadian. I mean, it sounds like a Canadian fight, like it's starting over somebody smelling that.
Yeah.
Hey, you should get some deodorant, eh?
Yeah.
I told you I can't do
you can do it. You were close.
I can't. I said the word "a." That was as close.
Yeah,
as it
that's
gets.
all you got to do. Eh? That's about it. It's about it. There you go.
Before we get into the stupid stuff I had planned, what do you guys have going on lately? How have things been?
Working on Cuddli.
Yeah. Any new things? I noticed that you guys changed your audible breathing tone, your tone for.
I don't know what you do. What do you like? For anybody else who doesn't know what you do, like, what do you do?
Before you get in the weird sound thing, I give a shit about the sound my phone made. Let's actually tell people what you do. What you're the CEO of.
So Cuddli is a geek dating app that launched last Halloween, and we were on this show, I think, during our beta period, where you got to try the system out.
Is it web-based or is it a phone-based, like Tinder?
It's an Android app.
Oh, cool. So it's like Tinder. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so what we're working on right now is getting it out on iOS.
What makes yours different than like Tinder?
Well, it's
the butt pics. Everyone has to submit a picture of their butt, and you swipe. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'm wrong.
So it's designed for the geek community.
Yeah.
So like comic fans and
so like do you pair people off by like interests or like specific like genres? Or...
Well, that's one of the things that appealed to me. Is it's the first thing you do when you create your app or your profile is actually you just get a series of images and you have to pick, what is it, 5?
Yeah,
5 images,
5 icons that represent.
And I mean, I can pull my app right now and just tell you what I picked. It's kind of cool because it's not typical stuff that you would just throw out. It's fun stuff. Like I got a unicorn. I think I had like a guitar.
Wow.
It loads pretty quick.
It's almost like making a Sims character, it sounds like.
It actually, it's pretty accurate.
Like, they give you all like the vague pictures of like, this is your personality. You like to do woohoo.
All right, so I chose, my 5 icons was a microphone, a mustache, a unicorn, a shark with a laser beam on its head, and a pencil.
Okay.
That describes you very well,
Sharks with freaking laser beams?
Sharks with freaking laser beams.
Attached to their freaking heads.
Yeah. So the icons are designed to be kind of conversation starters, but they also reflect what you might be into.
Do you if you have a microphone and somebody else's microphone, do you get like matched because you have a microphone?
No, it just shows you people that are like physically close to you. Okay. Because it's a phone app, so we wanted to use that part of it. Yeah. But when you're flipping through and looking at people, if you match up with a person, it's like, I think, bright white or something.
So is it like yes or no basis like Tinder? Like you decline and then like if you match then you can talk to somebody, or can you just talk to anybody you come across?
You add the person has to like respond and add you back, and then you can talk to each other.
Okay.
But after that, you can use the app to set up a date.
Cool.
So it'll recommend like cool places for you to go and then add it to your calendar, which is something that other apps don't do.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Well, it's got something else that other apps don't cool is which you get to actually put it in your pocket and wiggle your ass.
You can actually, yeah.
You have a dance mode.
What? Yeah. So if, say, we weren't friends on Cuddli, if anyone was running this dance game at the same time as him, they would get matched.
Like if you're at the club.
Anywhere in the
So
world.
you just turn it on when you're dancing, and if anybody else happens to be dancing, you get matched.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or turn it on and then dance. So you'll have a ton of people dancing in their houses or in the street or in the park or wherever,
Huh.
Nifty
that
stuff,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, funny. I actually got someone who connected with me just recently, and I told them that I downloaded this for the show, and like, no way, and they went and listened to the show. I'm like, oh,
nice.
I mean, the app sounds cool, but who are you guys?
Yeah. I was gonna say when you said it was like geek dating, I was like geek to geek, because that shit is awful.
Oh yeah, no,
I
this
tried that
is way
site
better.
like once, maybe like 3 years ago, and nobody was on it. Like nobody.
Well, the cool thing about this is actually the people on this. It's not shoving geek culture down your throat as like a gimmick. It actually just genuinely people. Yeah, right. This genuinely just feels like they're people, and they all have a similar interest. It's more based on the demographic.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about a lot of dating apps is that it's hard to meet people by interests.
Yeah,
it's hard to like really showcase what you're into first and foremost. Yeah,
I mean, so we're hoping that at Comic-Con a lot of people start using this because it's a location-based app. Yeah. Everybody will be there, and if everyone is using the app, we'll know that it's a really successful thing that is useful to people.
You guys gonna have a booth at Comic-Con, or are you just gonna walk around and hand out stuff?
We're actually doing something together.
Yeah, we got some weird conspiratorial shit planned.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll announce that towards the end of the episode here. Actually, we'll see what we can put together.
Yeah,
and Cuddli's also
right around the corner.
I know.
Cuddli's also got a singles mixer going on at the Mission Comic-Con party.
Good call.
At the Mission Brewery on Friday.
That's a place
which you all should definitely attend.
Yeah, man, that sounds fun. Good call.
Another cool thing is they got like little custom stickers instead of emojis.
Yeah,
and you could pick what you want. Eventually, they're gonna have more that you could purchase with your what were these carrots?
Yeah.
How do you earn the carrots? That's something I never really asked you.
Right now, you get carrots when you sign up for an account. In the future, hopefully, you'll be able to do things for carrots.
Okay.
But right now, you just get carrots to spend.
So if you put the dance mode on and just dance for like 12 hours solid, do you get more carrots by any chance?
No, but that's a really good idea.
See?
Hope it doesn't eat your data too much.
Fuck data!
Yeah, Wi-Fi. Yeah.
The other cool thing about the sticker program, if you want to see more stickers, send your indie comic book friends or artist friends to go make sticker packs for us. And they can come and talk to me, and they can have chat stickers. We also do have emojis in there too, by the way. Just your standard fun ones.
Yeah, it's actually really fun because everyone who's talking in here has never really been, hey, so where are you from? What are you into? Everyone's been like, hi, I saw your profile. And they typically, everything I've gotten so far, they're laughing about something I picked on one of my images.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. One person really actually tried to like establish my personality based on like the comparison of all of them together. That was pretty fun.
What'd they come up with? Really
let me go back and take a look. I'm not going to say any names because this isn't really something I should be doing, but
right.
Let's see here. That was a while ago.
So this is like your psychological profile.
Kind of, right?
Yeah, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Yeah. What does the shark represent?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see here. I apparently, if I can find where it is, I'm into hygiene. I'm probably.
I should hope so.
I'm probably a bit of a personality snob.
Like you're a snob towards other people's personalities.
My ego is.
It's like that.
My ego is very high but healthy, and I plan to dominate the world.
That's probably all correct.
And I would go
never be my autobiography. It'll most likely be high and unhealthy.
Where did they get the hygiene from?
I don't know. Maybe because the mustache is like all waxed up and cared for. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows?
That's not what I would think.
Maybe that was just
hipster mustaches, but sure.
I think it's also a good test. Like if you tell somebody like, I think you're into hygiene.
Fuck that shit.
And they go, no, you run. Like I would run.
Yeah,
that's for the weak.
Good point.
Yeah. Say like, yeah, you're into not killing people, right? Right? Say right?
Why would you ask that?
Of course, I had to make a baseline, man.
Well, why don't you kill people more often? Have you killed someone before?
Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. This isn't the app for that. This is an app for finding love, not criminals.
Ooh, is there actually an app for that? There's an app to find your significant other based on burrito preference. Maybe there's a murder connection.
Well, I know there's a.
Maybe.
I mean, there's like, what is it called? What's the sex predator website? Annie's Law or. I think that's it. Annie's Law?
You're a blue dot too?
Yeah.
You mean the actual one, not a dating app?
Megan's Law. I think it's Megan's Law.
You're right. Yeah. It is.
Congratulations, Verizon. I now have murder app in my search history. Yep, those exist, but not what I thought they would be.
Yeah, they're just like software games, right?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Somebody stole my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone stole my phone. And all that other shit that I've searched for this show over the last year.
Yeah.
They stole it then, too.
It's
and the
been gone
porn.
for a while.
All the porn. They searched for all the porn, too. Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad that things are moving along. I'm glad there's so much more new things happening.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah. What about you? What do you got going on, Nathan?
The last couple of months have been dedicated to... I'm co-writing with the director of a play called Contrapasso. It's a 2-act play. It's like an hour and a half, and it's a small little kind of black box, meant for black box kind of theater play. It's comedic, but it's dramatic. It's very dark. I like to think of it. It's like one half Twilight Zone, one half Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh,
it's
good pick.
Very dark, but also lighthearted with a human touch to it. It's about this novelist who's like on like a level like a Stephen King kind of level. He's just successful at the yin yang. He's got a bunch of books out, but he's kind of lost his creative edge, and he's lost his footing as far as like he doesn't have any more ideas. He doesn't have any more ambition to write. So he uses this character that he keeps in his grandfather clock, who has a crank jutting out of the side of his head. And every time the guy turns the crank, he comes up with a new idea, and then he writes that idea. Wow. And that's how he's been doing it for the last couple of years. So when we meet him in this play, he's kind of trying not to crank the crank again, but
he's trying not to crank himself too much.
Yeah, it's a big masturbation reference. It's just it's all over the page. But yeah,
literally.
Yeah. But I'm doing it with this company called Ad Infinitum. It's this charitable kind of student-based theater company out of Covina.
Cool.
And yeah, we're gonna have 6 shows in the middle of August, and we're gonna do it at this neat little theater called the Complex, which is right in the heart of downtown LA, or not downtown LA, but Hollywood. So Santa Monica Boulevard, it's right there. Like Hollywood Forever Cemetery is like a block down. It's that part of Hollywood. And we're gonna do August 14th, 15th, 16th. Or, I might be wrong. It might be 13th, 14th, and 16th. Let me double check that. But we're going to be doing 2 shows a day. One at 2 and one at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And those dates are as follows. They are the 13th, the 12th, 13th, 14th. God, I always forget the dates. 12th, 13th, and 14th at the Complex in Hollywood. I'm trying to think of a website. AdaArtsGroup.org. That's where you can end up buying tickets and learning more about Ada and what they do and all the shows that we're putting on. They're doing a writer's showcase right now that they're going to do in Glendora, which is a bunch of local actors and local writers from like Citrus College and around that area, and they all wrote their own like kind of 10-minute scenes, and so they're doing this showcase piece where they're just showing off these scenes, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be in Glendora on the 14th and the 15th of July. Again, go to adaartsgroup.org. That'll be where all the information is.
Well, I know I'm going.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's a labor of love. We've been working on it for a good while now, and it says a lot about, like, if you're an artist or if you're, like, a struggling artist or if you're an artist really of any kind, I think it'll speak to you. It's very, very poignant and there's a lot of truth to it. You can sense that. It's a very heavy concept. It's a very, grand and highfalutin idea.
Now, how much is this is straight your creation and how much is collaboration?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't want to take too much credit, but basically because the guy I'm working with, Alexander Durazo, he's going to be directing it. And we're both like on the same level as far as like our careers. Like we're just out of college. We've done a couple of things together as far as like on a professional level. So we're kind of starting out still, but because he's the director, he wanted to give me a little bit more of the creative pen. So really what I did is I kind of wrote the whole script. It was my idea. I came up with this idea, I think almost a year ago, because we were writing this other show for Citrus, and we were trying to come up with ideas, and we were looking for like, we were trying to work something about hell and about punishment and sinning. And so we were doing some research on that, and I was really looking into Dante's The Inferno and all the imagery that's in that poem, and it comes from that story. And I found this word called contrapasso that basically it translates to mean punishment by irony, or like basically the punishment fits the crime. Mm-hmm. So like you could say if somebody committed the act of adultery, their punishment in hell is like watching their wife cheat with them over and over and over again, or something like that. It's just that's in Dante's kind of imagery of hell. That's how people are punished. They're punished in very ironic, very cosmic ways. It's
tapered and created exclusively to the person
essentially,
being punished.
Yeah. So we ended up kind of tabling that idea, and so we continued working with Ada, Alex, and I. And so they said, well, we want to do a show in the summer. We want to do an original piece. So Alex and I, we talked about, and he kind of proposed the idea of, you brought up you thought of this idea about hell and about this guy who's going through a kind of personal hell, and about this. I came up with this. I don't know. I was just spewing out ideas, and I was like really high at the time. So I came up with this idea of this guy who had a crank in his head, and every time he turned the crank, an idea came out. And then I thought about, like, what if there was this artist, like this really famous artist who used him until, like, he couldn't use him anymore. So we tabled it, and then we thought about it again, and we went, yeah, there's probably a story there. So, yeah, I wrote about most of the script, and then he came in, and we kind of reworked every scene. The process of writing it was really hard. It took so long because, like, every time I would sit down to write it, I would go back to, like, the first scene and just work from the top down. It wasn't like, okay, I'm done with that scene, I'm going to work on the next scene. I would just constantly be revising. So by the time, like,
shows a lot of dedication.
Yeah. So by the time, like, my partner came in to start writing with me, I had done most of it. It was just his turn to kind of give a different flavor to this character, or add a detail here, or really check. He was very helpful at, like, checking me on my hubris sometimes. Like, sometimes they'll be like, this character sounds just like this character, and that character sounds like you. So let's try and make that work a little bit differently. Or we'd come up with different ideas. It's like, maybe the story should go this way, or maybe a character should do this instead of that. And it comes a lot from, like, the training that we've been going through at Citrus College for the last couple of years, and the shows and the experiences that we've been putting on. There's a lot of, like, realistic kind of anxiety from all of the creative projects that we've been working on in the last couple of years. There's all this, like, kind of self-doubt and self-motivation that we're trying to work into it, where we want the best. We want to, create something on a personal level, something that means something to us and isn't just a job, isn't just, an idea. It's something that we want to be proud of when we're done with it. And so far, we're still early in rehearsal, but yeah, I'm so excited for people to see it.
Yeah, I'm very, very hyped to go. I'm gonna make sure to get everyone as many people as I can to go take a look at it.
Yeah, I'll be posting all kinds of stuff on it. I mean, if you don't know me on Facebook, I post on Instagram and Twitter as Dark Knight Returns. Dark Nate, like the Dark Knight Returns, but with Nate. So
he's not a knight. He's a Nate.
Yeah, I'm just a Nate. But yeah, that's where I post all my shit, and Tumblr too. So if you like Tumblr, I'm there on Tumblr too.
And we'll post the links to both Cuddli and your show as well on our social medias and my webpage.
Much appreciated.
Sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's everybody we've told about it. It's like there's a bunch of twists and turns that take place in the show. So it's like only the cast knows the script. Only the people in rehearsal have seen what we're gonna do, and it's going to be visually, it's going to look awesome, and there's a lot of elements that are like pieces of... I mean, I like to do a lot of homages, and I'm like Tarantino in that way, where basically all of my art is a collection of the influences that I'm taking in at the time. So I think there's like two big influences in this show. There's Simpsons, and there's Talking Heads. Because the last like maybe 6 months of my life, I've done nothing but watch Simpsons reruns and listen to Talking Heads. Okay. So the main character, his name is Langdon Alger, and he's a name that Lisa just throws out in The Simpsons in one episode, like Homer and her having some picnic, and he's like, well, honey, tell me, like, who's your crush right now? And she goes, oh, it's this boy named Langdon Alger, and she, like, never talks about him again. He never returns in the series. It's just a name she threw out, and I heard it and went, that sounds like kind of like a writer, so I wanted
I've been inspired.
Yeah,
Lisa,
so there's so there's a lot of like if you dig deep enough, there's a lot of...
Which sucks now that I've heard that, because when I see this show, that's gonna just pop and ruin that moment. I'm gonna have to like catch back up, like what I missed.
Yeah,
I blanked out. I fucking blanked out.
And then there's a lot of like little Talking Heads references and Easter eggs. Like a lot of the characters share names and stuff. But we end the show on a Talking Heads song that I'm so excited to have part of the show. It was so funny because as I was writing, I would listen to the song. I don't want to ruin the song because it's just going to be so cool at the end of the show.
Ruin it!
No, I don't want to. I hope we end up doing it. I hope I don't jinx it. Like for some reason we get sued and we can't use it or something. But we have this song, and as I was writing the script, I was hearing the song over and over, and I told myself like I want the show to incorporate the song in some way, probably at the end. But I didn't want to tell my director, my co-writer yet, because I felt like he would probably just shoot it down and just say like, oh no, that's weird, we won't do it. But as we were writing like the last couple of scenes one night, we were having trouble kind of finding the voice, trying to find the rhythm of the ending, trying to find what we wanted to say. And I just brought it up. I was like, I have this song I've been listening to. And he's like, go ahead and play it. And so we listened to it, and without saying anything to him about the idea or bringing it up at all, the first thing that he says when we're done listening to the song, he's like, I want to end the show on this. And I was like,
awesome.
I did it! Did it without having to like convince or finagle or anything. So yeah, this show is like, it's very personal, but also very...
So you tapped into your inner Mark Webb and used music as the influence to keep things
moving along? I do a lot of my writing like that. Tarantino, too, it's a lot of like, I hear songs and I base scenes off of them, or I have a playlist just I know that I want to dedicate like future projects to.
Very cool.
Just songs I want to write things about, Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put your thespian abilities to a test here. Okay. Veering away in a weird way, there was this very bizarre court hearing in Georgia.
Yeah,
oh yeah, the R is silent, isn't it? Georgia. And it just, I'm not going to spoil anything because I want to go ahead and do something here I haven't done on this show before. Okay. We're going to go ahead, and I have the actual court transcripts.
She can read stage directions, I just realized that.
Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to read this out.
Okay.
And we haven't exactly worked with this as a script or anything.
It's what we call in the industry a cold read.
Yes, a very cold read. And for some of us, a slight inebriated lead. Read. I can't.
More flask.
Let's more flaskus. That sounds like a brilliant idea when you're going to be reading from a script. So
flask.
So Nate, you'll be reading the role of the court.
Yeah.
In other words, the judge, I guess is the way to put it.
If it pleases the court.
And then I'll be reading thank you. I'll be reading the role of Mr. Allen, the man who is accused of the mystery crime. And Pinguino will be reading narration and every random person that comes into this.
Yeah. So we're going to have a little radio drama here.
We are.
Written from a true story? So
an exact true story.
Okay.
This
is an actual transcript.
Yeah,
okay.
This is an actual
transcript.
transcript.
A court stenographer took this down.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is very recent.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start at page 2, line 5 with you.
Well, go ahead and
go ahead.
With the,
go ahead and just start at line 1.
The court advises defendant regarding representation by the public defender on defendant's oral motion to fire his assigned attorney, Friday, June 17th, 2016, at 2:08 p.m. in open court.
Okay, Mr. Allen?
Right.
I believe your case was going to go to trial not this Monday, but the following Monday.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, I tell you if you needed to tell me something. I'll let you come up here to the podium so you can speak into the microphone, and I can hear you.
The defendant approached the podium.
Yes, the attorney here, I'm wanting to fire him.
Uh-huh.
Affirmative.
And, I don't feel like he's doing any,
Who are you going to hire?
I'm not going to hire anybody. I'm going to go try and get a different public defender.
There isn't... You have a right to an attorney.
This lawyer has actually...
You don't have the right to a specific... You don't have a right to a specific attorney.
This lawyer has made sexual advances on me. He's misrepresenting my case. He told me if I wanted him to do a good job, I had to let him give me an oral sex. He's had doctors at Central State Hospital put false...
He's had doctors at Central State Hospital?
Put false diagnosis on me.
Okay. I know Mr. Wyatt pretty well, and I don't think he has the ability to make doctors at Central State do anything.
Well, they did it. And he's the one that sent me down there.
Well, they may have done it, but I don't think he had anything to do with it.
All right. Well, he won't give me the discovery. There's things in discovery that he's supposed to... He gave me the indictment and told me that was discovery.
Okay.
They're altering...
Okay.
Documents that I've read.
If you want the indictment, I'll make sure you get a copy of the indictment.
No, I'm saying I got the indictment.
Uh-huh.
But he's not complying with discovery.
Okay.
I'm supposed to get the autopsy report, the coroner report, pictures of the crime scene.
Coroner report?
Criminal background records. I want...
Is this a murder?
In the county jail. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get criminal background records, investigational summaries.
Mr. Wyatt, what discovery do you have? That's you.
Wait, oh.
I think that's you.
I've given him everything I have.
You've given him everything you have?
Yes, sir.
He's giving you everything?
This is a murder case.
This is a murder case. And you're...
Huh?
This is a murder case, and you're telling me the only thing on discovery is a 4-page indictment?
I don't think he's saying that. I think he said he gives you everything that he has.
He hasn't given me the autopsy report. He hasn't given me the coroner report. He ain't giving me...
Well, it may be that he doesn't have that. I don't know.
That's what I've been trying to get. He didn't give me pictures of the crime scene. I've been other people going to trial on murder charges. I've seen what you're supposed to get, and I'm not going to work with this attorney.
Well, it's
just not going to happen.
You've got...
I'm not going to trial with this attorney.
Well, you've got 2 choices. 1, you can go to trial with him, or 2, you can try the case yourself. Now, I definitely completely think that's...
I've got a right to have...
Wait a minute, listen to me. That would be the biggest mistake you've ever made in your young life, son.
So basically, you're telling me...
Now, you have a...
You're going to find me guilty if I go to trial and to try to defend myself?
You're probably right. That would be my guess if you try to defend yourself. You don't know anything about selecting a jury, do you?
No.
Do you have anything about examining witnesses?
No.
Do you know anything about criminal procedure?
I don't. I know I don't have to let...
Do you know anything?
This guy sucked my dick.
Let me...
To get some legal representation?
You know something? I'll be honest, Mr. Allen, I don't really believe that.
I'm not concerned if you believe me or not.
I know you.
But I'm supposed to have a right to an attorney.
That.
And I'm gonna work with this attorney. I'm not gonna work with this attorney.
Well, that's up to you.
So I hold myself in contempt. If you try to pull me up here in court with that attorney,
that's fine. I mean, that's up to you. I told you about your dilemma here. You can go to trial.
I'm just telling you.
Listen to me.
I'll just hold myself in contempt.
Listen to me.
Fuck you.
Listen to me.
Go fuck yourself. I'm through here. I'm through here. Are y'all done?
I'm finding you in contempt of the court.
I don't care. Now. I don't care.
I know you don't, and I'll sentence you to 20 days for that.
Fuck you.
And if you say anything else, I'm going to give you 20 days for everything you say.
Fuck you.
40 days.
Fuck you again.
60.
Go fuck yourself.
A year.
Your mama.
2 years.
Suck my dick.
You know something? This is going to be an interesting trial.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You're not supposed to smile in court. You know that? If you smile...
I can smile anytime.
It's a violation.
Now you're cussing and yelling at me.
I have not cussed.
Oh, no, wait, that was me.
Oh, whoops.
I was supposed to say, I have not cussed.
Oh, now you're cussing and yelling at me.
Oh, okay. I have not cussed.
Yeah, you did.
I am yelling.
Well, go fuck yourself. Suck my dick.
That's why I'm yelling.
Suck my dick.
You know something? You're absolutely the rudest person I think I've ever met.
You reckon if I let you suck my dick that I could get a fair trial here?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I got a big dick now. If I pull it out...
I don't think that's going to get you a fair trial unless you have...
I'm done.
I'm getting all hot under the robes. Every one of the jurors do it.
I don't think that mouth is big enough, sir. I've got a big donkey dick.
You know, I'm sure mine's not.
I've got a big donkey dick for that ass.
Good. I'm sure the women love it.
I don't fuck girls.
Oh.
I fuck boys.
No, I'm sorry.
I fuck boys.
I'm sorry. You prefer men. You prefer men, right?
I fuck boys.
You prefer men, right?
I fuck white boys.
You, white or black?
White boys.
Oh. Butt boys?
White with big butts.
Oh, of course. You know, you look like a queer.
Well, okay. So now you're calling me queer in the courthouse.
I didn't call you one. I said you looked like
You're yelling.
Do you understand the English language?
Wait, you're yelling. You're laughing.
Do you understand the English language, motherfucker?
This is kangaroo court, sir.
Do you know what? You're not in... wait, I gotta load the rest of it. Okay. You're not in Australia.
I mean, if you want to suck my dick, you can do anything. You can do it anytime now. We can get this. We can get this court ordered.
You're so smart.
Do we have to court order this?
You're so funny. You're so cute.
Can we get a court order to get my dick sucked, sir?
You're so cute. I know all the inmates just love you to death.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I bet.
All the white butt boys love me to death too.
Okay, well, I'll bet they do, and I bet all the rest of them do too.
You ain't supposed to smile in court.
Haha, I'll bet everybody enjoys sucking your cock.
You ain't supposed to be smiling in court. That's a violation.
I can smile anytime I dang want to.
Now you're yelling at me again.
I am yelling.
You're getting mad.
Can you hear me?
You're shaking.
I'm yelling at you.
Well, reckon you could suck my dick?
Yelling!
Can you take a break?
Yelling!
Can you take a break?
I'm yelling at you!
Can you take a break?
Yelling!
Can I get my dick sucked?
Can you hear me yelling?
Can I get my dick sucked?
Yelling!
Are you ready to suck now? Have you got it all out?
You know something?
You will. But you want me to fuck you in the butt then, right?
Oh my goodness, you've got plenty of that over in the jail.
I could see it in you when I came in the courtroom.
Okay, that's fine. You're going to be here on... Let me tell you how this is going to work. You're going to be...
You ain't gonna tell me shit.
Listen.
Suck my dick.
Shut up.
Suck my dick, you fuck man.
Listen.
Suck my dick.
You will be here in court on Monday.
You'll be here sucking my dick.
You will listen to me now.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how this is going to work. You want to listen or not? I don't care.
I'm through. Can I leave the courtroom?
No.
No, you've got to stay here. Oh, whoops.
No, you have to stay here.
No, I'm not talking to the bastard.
We are going to have the trial Monday week.
No, the fuck we are. I ain't going to trial with this lawyer present.
Listen, if you do not...
Suck my dick. You stinking ass cracker.
If you act like this, I will send you out of the
bitch-ass
courtroom.
cracker.
And leave you out of the courtroom during this trial.
Horse-ass cracker.
Do you understand that?
Horse-ass, dick-sucking ass.
Do you understand that?
Big butt.
Do you understand that?
Fuck my ass
Do you
cracker.
understand that?
Getting mad, ain't you?
Stupid.
Or red-faced?
Listen.
Now you're calling me stupid.
Listen. Yes, I am.
This is kangaroo court.
You know what? You have a constitutional right to be a dumbass.
Why don't you jump on the stand and
You have a constitutional right
jump
to be a
around
dumbass.
like a fucking kangaroo, you dumb bastard?
Well, if you...
Suck my dick.
If you know...
I ain't listening to nothing you
If you
say.
come in here Monday a week and...
How about this? I'll kill your whole family. when I get in this trial, I will murder your whole family. I'll cut your children up to pieces. I'll knock their brains out with a fucking hammer and feed them to you.
Are you taking this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to refer you to the district attorney's office.
I don't give a fuck who you're referring me to.
I'm just telling you.
I thought you were referring me to my motherfucking dick, fuck man.
Aggravated assault. Terroristic threats, and we'll just add to it.
I don't give a fuck. I will murder your whole family, your kids. I'm not supposed to be in jail. I was framed. That motherfucker asked me to eat his ass for a bag of coffee.
Well, you know.
And now you're telling me that I've got to go to trial with this fuckman over here.
You're obviously
He's probably a pedophile.
You're obviously fixated on butts and dicks.
Huh? I'm fixated on your mouth.
No, you're fixated on butts and dicks.
You got a nasty mouth, sir.
Oh, I have an awful mouth.
You got a big old fat mouth.
I do.
You have to have a big old mouth to get this dick in it.
I sure do.
All right.
Yep, I'm proud of it.
I'll make sure the next time I come to court,
Aye.
I'll I'll pull it out and jack on you.
Okay, why don't you do that right now?
I'll jack on white boys.
Why didn't you do it right now? Do it now.
I can't do it now.
Do it now.
I ain't got butt.
I don't care.
Take off the cuffs.
How many hands
Take
do you
off
have
the
to
cuffs.
have? Come on now,
Take
jack off.
off the cuffs.
Get off. Come on,
This
jack
is
off.
kangaroo court.
Come on, jack off.
This is kangaroo court.
Jack off right now.
You getting all this?
Yes, they're getting it.
I'm gonna make sure. This guy done called me stupid. This motherfucker done told me was going to suck my dick.
I did not say that.
He wanted me to fuck him in the butt.
I didn't say that either.
You're a real royal nasty judge.
You know, you just completely have no idea of the English language.
You're not gonna suck my dick, sir. I don't want to be here.
Okay. I've enjoyed this. I hope you have. I know everybody else in this courtroom has enjoyed it, but you can go now. And if on Monday week this happens again, you will stay in the courtroom.
Suck my dick, sir.
Okay.
As he was being escorted out of that courtroom.
I'm surprised. What is that? I'm subpoenaing y'all ass in the courtroom.
The defendant was escorted out of the courtroom. These proceedings were concluded at 2:19 p.m. on Friday, June 17th, 2016.
Wow.
So how's that for a fun day in court?
I can't believe that was real.
It's followed up with a court reporter certificate. State of Georgia, County of Floyd. I don't think I should say it.
Yeah.
Do hereby certify the foregoing record, pages 2 through 10 or 2 through 19 of Volume 1 for file number is a true, complete, and correct transcript of the proceedings reported by me or under my direction, and copies of any physical or documentary evidence tendered and admitting during the proceedings in the Superior Court of Floyd County, State of Georgia, on May 17th, 2016.
Oh my god.
20th day of June.
That is insane. Why wasn't that more all over the internet?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I found that. Actually, no, someone submitted that to me, and they said I should post it.
Uh-huh.
Instead, I was like, no, I got a better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was...
Masterpiece Theater.
That was a thing right there. That's going to be its own little mini movie.
Good lord.
AMC.
Yeah.
What's the really nice and sweet channel where all the moms and daughters always find love? TLC, whatever it is. MTV, they play everything nowadays, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will replace the OJ show that failed hard.
Which OJ show that failed real hard?
OJ Simpson, the what was it? The
The People versus
OJ. Yeah,
that show didn't fail. That show was fucking tremendous.
Yeah, everyone was talking about that.
Yeah, that show was great.
Fuck, everyone I've spoken to was like, "Oh my god, what is this bullshit?"
It was great.
Maybe
I wasn't even alive during that time.
Maybe I should actually watch TV sometime before I call.
Form your own opinions, please.
No, that's a good call. Yeah. I'm the one who's like calling out like, I don't do headline news, man. Yeah. And here I'm talking shit on a show I've never seen.
No, dude, that show is great. Like, I mean, I was born like right after it happened, so I was alive for it, but I wasn't like, I wasn't around for it. So I watched it because it captured my imagination. It was there's a really good documentary on Netflix, one of those like 30 for 30 ESPNs, where they do, it's like it's June like 17th, 1994, and it's the day that OJ goes on the run in the white Bronco. It's also the day of like the last game of the NBA Finals and Arnold Palmer's like last major tour. He's like about to retire. So there's like all these three things happening on one day on TV.
Which, by the way, did you know that after all that, OJ actually was pushed to do a punked type show?
Really?
One of which where he was trying to sell the Bronco that he ran from the police in.
Really?
And he's doing pitches like, no, I mean, it's fast. It can get you away from anything you don't want to be a part of. And let's be, and he's like literally trying to like pitch it as if like he's saying like you can run from the cops.
There were some moments where he had like a sense of humor about it, and it was a little off-putting.
And then he wanted his goddamn money and paintings back.
Yeah,
it's funny that he's back in jail and he never got actually nagged for that one. Everyone I knew was all dead serious. Like he's guilty.
Yeah.
Me, I was too young. I was just a kid. I'm just like, okay, it's a thing.
Yeah, I didn't care.
What was really fucked up though is I was in elementary school, and they had us get into groups, and we created a little kid defense and
fake trial.
Yeah,
wait,
fake
what?
Trial.
Really?
I'm not shitting you.
Really?
It's super fucking weird.
Yeah, I think I was in. Where was I? Yeah, I think I was in sixth or seventh grade.
So so it wasn't elementary school. If it was like middle school, I would say you get a little bit away with it. Yeah, because like if it was elementary school,
it was a very Christian middle school too.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're learning civics early, so there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I get the purpose of the exercise. Like, I guess it's to show the court process and how the judiciary system works. But like, wow, that's heavy duty. Like,
no,
that's
I'll be honest. It showed nothing but court process. It was the teacher basically giving us opinion and then telling us what to say.
You're right. I overthought it. I was like, wow, teachers are so smart. They don't have opinions.
But I'll be honest, it really prepared me for college.
Yeah,
having my instructor like shove their opinion down my throat, and
you can throw it out like just like as a brag or something, like, I was technically on the OJ trial.
I got that motherfucker away before he was even found innocent.
Yeah.
No, that was traumatic in its own right.
No, man, the show is great. If you get a chance, peep it out. It's everybody's performances.
Even
Travolta.
I'll add it to my list. Yeah, I heard he did good in that one.
Yeah.
Which was surprising that they got Travolta in a TV show.
He plays Robert Shapiro, so he plays one of OJ's lead defenses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the lady who plays Marsha Clark on the defense or on the prosecution, she was on like American Horror Story. I never really watched that show, but I watched her in this show, and she's brilliant. Like, if she doesn't win an Emmy, she's getting robbed. Like, she's really great in this show.
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're running close on time here, but anything else you guys want to pitch or plug or anything? Anything else you got coming up?
Not necessarily.
Any alternative projects or weird art shows or dumb shittery?
I have a comic coming out towards the end of summer called Mouthful of Minnows that I'm doing with Mike Wellman, who does Guns A-Blazing.
Do you do the writing or the art?
I'm doing the artwork.
Cool.
So, waiting for the story to get written, and it's going to be awesome. It's a VR story.
Fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to get it online?
Huh? No, it's going to be a printed book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, old school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just, it's about virtual reality.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
cool.
not a virtual reality comic, although that
because like that's probably where we're headed.
That could be really cool. Oh yeah, so I just got the HTC Vive, and I've been playing with that fairly nonstop.
Right on.
Yeah, Samsung keeps sending me these messages like, hey, we're going to send you this cool little thing so you can try out. And I keep thinking they're going to send me like the cardboard, but they keep showing me pictures in these emails of the
Oculus,
yeah.
Nice.
And I'm just like, okay, I know they're saying this, but they've done this for 3 emails now. It's still going to be the cardboard in my mind. Like, I guarantee.
It's so different than cardboard, though. Yeah. Like, it's fucking so mind-blowing.
Well, I got to play with some of it back when they were doing the demo stuff recently for... what was the one? The HTCC or whatever it's called?
The HTC Vive?
Yeah, the Vive.
Yeah.
Okay. When they were showing the things for doing like the job simulator stuff.
Yeah, I haven't
I played with that a little bit for like all of like 5 minutes. Not enough to really formulate an opinion, but I will say this much: is it was the first time I did VR and looked around and thought, "Wow, I'm actually somewhere else."
Yeah,
this is kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's the best
You'd be
part.
surprised. You would think like, there's going to be something that's going to take me out of it.
I think the inclusion of the headset on top of everything with that, and then the really high quality motion capture. I mean, I was seriously playing with my hands, and I just wanted to grab things, and all I did for those few minutes is just throw things from one hand to the other, really.
Yeah.
But that's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then what everyone's saying about what Sony's doing, especially the Batman VR that everyone's been talking about.
It's a fucking good year for PS4 this year.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
I was so jealous. I was like, I want to try that Spider-Man game, and I would love to do that Batman.
And as I said in my last podcast, the things the developers they got for the new Spider-Man game is the exact same group I've been talking for years. Like, please give it to them.
They're not the same people who did Arkham, right?
No,
they're not
it's the people that did Infamous.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good house.
Oh, wow.
So that makes sense.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
like I said, I'll just retouch it really quick to get your guys' stance on this. But I said, like, back when I was playing Infamous and like the characters sliding and grinding on rails.
Yeah.
What instead of like you had like an empty spot in the city where it's like you just activate like this is mobility mode, and Spider-Man's doing a cool little animation while moving, and you can still control within certain guidelines.
Yeah.
It would make it feel better. Yeah, you lose that free web mechanics, but since the first time they introduced that, when has that ever actually succeeded in the game?
Well, you could do. I mean, I think I remember reading that there's a lot of factors at play, like as far as the same mechanics from Mirror's Edge, that free running game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that mechanics in it too, and
well, just in the trailer alone, that scene where he's busting through the coffee shop and like leaping off things, that was fantastic to me. So yeah, I mean, we're in this cool little point in time where games are actually changing again.
Yeah, they're actually really interesting.
For the most part,
they're not just trying to give us like repetitive stuff.
Right.
And I keep mentioning this one. This shocks me. We didn't get an Assassin's Creed game this year.
We didn't. Well,
No.
I mean, the last two have done kind of bad, right?
I'm hoping they're taking a break, but
they got the movie coming.
The movie, yeah,
right? So that's probably all they need.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, thanks guys for coming. Why don't you tell everyone where to find you guys and all your work real quick one last time before we take off?
Okay, you can download Cuddli on the Google Play Store or go to cuddli.com, cuddli.com. Sign up for our beta iOS list. And then on Twitter, we're at Cuddli app, and on Facebook, just look for Cuddli. I also wanted to tell you about this charity that I'm working on with Stephanie Shea, who's a voice actress. It's called Hugs for Love. And basically, at Anime Expo, you can... we did the We Heart Japan charity thing in response to the earthquake. In response to the Orlando shooting, we're doing a project called Hugs for Love, which basically the money will go to help the victims of the family and the victims of the shooting.
In Orlando.
Yeah. But the voice actors will hug fans for $5 donations, and we're also doing a photo shoot at the show where different celebrities can be hugging each other, and you can buy the pictures kind of throughout the year.
Wow. Fantastic. I'd love to find any way to contribute to that.
Awesome.
You're going to do that at Anime Expo, not going to do that at Comic-Con?
We're doing the shoots at Anime Expo, and then at different cons throughout the year, you'll see.
Cool.
You'll look for just the Hugs for Love sign.
Right on.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
We'll definitely make sure everyone knows about that.
Awesome. Thanks.
Awesome.
You can find me. Let's see. Twitter is just Dark Knight Returns. Tumblr is The Dark Knight Returns. I think Instagram is also The Dark Knight Returns. As far as like the show I'm putting on, you can find all that at AIDA artsgroup.org, or you can find Ad Infinitum on Facebook. It's AD space INFITUM. I hope I spelled that right. And other than that, yeah, that's basically where you can find all my stuff.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And if you guys are curious, you can go ahead and keep following my social media streams as well as Twitter and Facebook. I'm going to be announcing the events that will be happening for Comic-Con and around and after. I'm going to be doing a lot of fun stuff with Cuddli and then a few other little side gimmicks as well. No, I'm not going to be passing out free donuts. You guys ate me dry last year. Anyways, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you both for joining me this time.
Thanks for having
us.
As always, I'm your host, Christian. Tell your grandparents about me because I know your grandma's been asking. If you like this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, and may the awesomeness be with you.
You You have a constitutional right to be a dumbass.